Thank you for checking out the A Civilized Discussion podcast Patreon page. My name is Clinton Herigstad, and I am the host of A Civilized Discussion podcast. And obviously, you came to this site because I or someone told you to come to this site if you wanted to help support the show or to be a patron and get any of the special perks that patrons do get. There are several different tiers, as most of these Patreon pages go. And on the first tier, you get things like social media shout outs, join the Facebook group, Discord group, my undying gratitude, of course, and access to an ad free version of the show if that's not your thing. Or you can just do it just to support the show and still listen to the ad version if you want to know what products I would be promoting. And also, there's other ones up higher that give you discounts on any merchandise like T-shirts and that sort of thing as it becomes available. And on the higher tiers and even on the lowest tier, it will give you priority to interact with the live shows and become a part of the podcast and ask me or my guest questions that you may have and have your voice show up in the podcast version as well. So, the show is just me as a layperson talking to an experienced guest or a leading expert in any of the topics, or somebody who also has a show, whoever I may be talking to try to convey or get across to a message about a certain topic that has to do with making the world a better place and how humanity works, how we conduct ourselves, our biases that may be affecting our decision making, and the kind of pluralistic ignorance that may think that we're the only ones that think the way we think, but everybody else is also thinking that way. Just stuff to break through the muck of the human condition, to kind of steer away from debate and get towards a better discussion and to figure out what we have in common opposed to what makes us different. And so you being a patron of this show is so much appreciated by me, and I really think that this is going to help a lot of people who interact with it come away with a better understanding of the world and a better worldview. That I'm going to say right from the outset, I'm going to be probably different by the end of the show from the beginning, where we all will change and hopefully adjust our views according to reality. And those are some of the hardest things to do as humans. And those are some of the things that we talk about and will be talking about on the show. And I just really appreciate you taking the time to even just come here and check it out. And I hope that you do become a patron supporter. And I hope that maybe even we have some kind of friendly relationship through our Patreon connection and just being a patron of the show. So thank you again for just even checking it out, and tell any of your friends about the show or to come support here on Patreon. And if you can't support in that way, there's other ways, word of mouth, even sharing just information about the shows. So I do appreciate anything that the listeners can help me with. And thanks again, and have a good day.